How common is an exemption?
Well, there are 23 different exemptions
Oh
that have,
gosh.
but, but most of those,
I've read them, and most of the people you and I deal with ain't them.
Oh,
that's
okay.
Financial institutions. And anyway, go ahead, Mark.
right. It's basically, financial institutions, securities reporting companies. So if it's a public company, you don't do that. If it's a venture capital company, commodities exchange, accounting firms don't have to report. They have a better lobby than law firms because law firms do have to report. They're not, tax exempt entities, charities, country clubs and tax exempt entities don't have to report. Large
Interesting.
operating companies. So if you're a company that has 20 or more employees, if you have 5 million or more in revenues, then you don't have to report.
That's so interesting because I feel like the companies that would be worthwhile in terms of like Panama Papers and like discreetly moving money and stuff like that, like maybe you would have 5 million or more in revenue and 20 quote unquote employees to exempt yourself from this so that you don't know who is moving stuff around. But anyways, that's just a thought.
You're being logical here. This is
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Mark, clarify one thing. Is it and 20 or more employees and 5 million more revenues?
yes.
It's
Yeah.
and.
If you
Okay.
have 20 employees and your revenues are only 4.5 million, then you're not exempt. You then have to, but it's a combination of both. And also inactive companies. So let's just say 4 years ago, you set up a company, you never got around to doing anything with it. It has a bank account that's less than $1,000 and it's just sitting there not doing anything. Then no, that doesn't happen.
It's good to know. I was worried. I've filed a couple LLCs as a wish upon a star once upon a time, and I don't think I ever did anything with them. So good to know.
Sole proprietorships, for example, if you didn't file anything with your Secretary of State, you're sole proprietor, you're a disregarded entity for tax purposes. You're the guy that mows the lawn and doesn't, didn't file anything, and you're reporting on Schedule D on your income tax return. They are not required to do filing. So this is really just a company, corporation, limited liability company, a limited partnership that's actually created by filing something with a Secretary of State or an Indian tribe or et cetera. So also companies that are foreign companies that are formed, say in Canada or in Europe and qualified to do business, then they have to be filed unless they fall under exemption.
Interesting.